Curtis G. I'm with my friend.
Hi, I'm Samson.
Samson.
Frederick. I'm a yoga teacher. Is that what you're looking for?
I want you to tell us.
Oh, like just open-ended question?
Yeah.
I'm a person. I live here in Atlanta. I teach yoga.
From Chicago.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
And he's also our lead yoga teacher at yoga teacher training.
That's true.
And the brother is bad. I just took his first class today, so a picture will be up as always on the Instagram. But I'm going to ask a couple questions to Samson. Just let him have it over. Like yoga.
What is yoga?
When I say yoga, what happens to you? What do you think?
I just think of some like words that have impacted my life, which is like people coming together. Like I love yoga because it's something that's kind of solo, but especially nowadays, it is a way to introduce yourself to other people, which is always what surprises me. Yoga's breath, movement, fun, discipline, all the above. It's just a practice. It's awesome.
When I'm with Samson, he's inspired me 7 weeks ago, and yesterday we had if it's okay with you, Samson, I share this, we had an uncomfortable conversation. Uncomfortable on my part. I brought something up to Samson, and you know, Samson's probably half my age, I'm 59. However, we can learn if we just open our brains up from any source, I feel.
Yeah.
So what advice did you give to people like you did to me yesterday? And I said, well, I got something I want to talk with you about, and it's uncomfortable. How do you suggest people approach each other with uncomfortable topics?
Humbly and through a place of love, and versus like any judgment. And I think like the exact advice that kind of like, and I don't love the word advice, but like what we talked about was, you know, what we talked about was just being willing to speak sooner rather than hold on to something for longer when you're in a period of transformation. And a period of transformation could be anything. So like Curtis, it says 8 weeks of learning how to teach yoga. It could just be like anything small, like moving from, you know, one job to the next or something. But the sooner you allow yourself to be aware of what's going on and express it, the sooner, like we just talked about in our yoga class, it'll turn into like a joyful state of being instead of any kind of thing inside.
Right.
And know the kind of person you are. So one thing that Curtis and I talked about was that we're both like audio and speak type people. It's clear because he's doing videos versus like writing things down. And so if you're that type of person and you just go through your own transformation inside, you aren't really learning to your best of your ability because you need to hear it. So I actually gave the advice of talking to yourself because that's what I do, and just listening and being open to communicating because it's so freeing.
So, you know, as I've said, Samson is in charge of our teacher training program.
True.
And I don't work for Core Power. Someday I'd like to. And this is not even a pitch for Core Power. This is a pitch for the transformation that I've gone through as learning yoga. What would you say to folks? Two things. One is, like, I used to weigh nearly 400 pounds. We've talked about that. And I had someone in my Uber yesterday that said, I'm afraid to take yoga. And I shared with her that every body is different, and yoga works differently for each one of us. So I'm getting better. So what would you say, Samson, as a true yoga, I don't know if the word guru is right, however you are for us to say in the class.
I don't know if that's right, but yeah.
What would you say to folks who might be afraid to try yoga for the first time?
You're very valid in being afraid because that is what we feel when something's new. And so, yes, you might be nervous coming to your first yoga class, and that's good because nerves mean that you care.
Right.
And then you'll find that when you come to your yoga mat, a sense of relief in that it's not as scary as maybe your brain fooled you into believing.
Wow.
And I also just would say that when you're scared to try yoga, it's because you feel vulnerable, and you will learn through life, whether it's yoga or like any kind of situation, family stuff, whatever, that vulnerability is essential to growth. And so why not just jump in?
Right on. Hey guys, I'm trying to keep these short. There's so many questions
We're at 4 minutes.
I'd like to ask Samson, so we'll have to do this again with him.
We'll do episode 2 another time. But
Peace out.
That's basic. Okay.
All right, guys. Peace and love, everybody. Samson's got to give a peace sign. So how do they come find a class for you if people want to come join a class?
Well, I'm in Atlanta, and I teach at the Midtown location, so Google Atlanta Midtown Core
Power. Peace
I
out,
teach
everybody.
around the city outside too, so
right.
you'll find it.